welcome back to String and Story. My name is Holly Ann Knight, and it's my job to guide you to quilt with confidence. Y'all, I'm so excited to jump on this morning. If you're scratching your head saying, was there a live? Do we have a Q&A? Did I forget something? No, I wanted to jump on kind of spontaneously and personally extend an invitation to Quilting Rockstar University. Y'all, we have been working so hard for the last few months to solve some of the challenges that we've been observing in our community. And I want to tell you this morning all about why we've decided to move to a membership model, why this is going to make your life easier, and how you can jump in today. So give me just a quick second to jump this over to the Facebook group. I want to make sure that our Quilting Rockstars over there see this as well. It is thinking. Beautiful. So if you've been around here for a moment, and for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to assume that you have. If you haven't, this will catch you up, right? For years now, we have had our online digital courses. We've had Free Motion Quilting Academy. We added Ruler Quilting Academy. We added Longarm Preparatory. And each of those bits and pieces have been really important in giving you a journey to go on as a quilter. From the very beginning, my goal has been to make finishing your quilts on your machine as accessible and fun as possible. And a whole bunch of you have joined me on that journey already, right? I see Betsy, I see Francie Joe, I see a bunch of names that I recognize in the chat that you have done this with me in the past. But we're changing something going forward. What I noticed over the last year, and you probably noticed it too, is that my newsletter, it's Rebecca in Ireland, hey boo. What I've noticed over the last year or so, and you've probably noticed as well, is my newsletters were getting longer. They were getting more frequent. There was constantly something new going on, which on the one hand is really fun, right? We love to have lots of things to do with our quilting community. We love to know that there is always a class or an event coming up that we can jump in on and be a part of. But at some point, we run the risk of that being overwhelming, right? At some point, we run the risk of, but which one is best for me, right? If I have to pick from these available cool things, which one is the best fit, right? And I started hearing more and more questions from y'all about that. How do I choose between Free Motion Quilting Academy and Ruler Quilting Academy? How do I decide if I am going to join in on this live masterclass or that one, right? And what we decided is that we wanted to create an easy button for you. If the goal is to make finishing your quilts as accessible and fun and affordable as possible, could we do it better than we were already doing it? And the answer we arrived at initially was, yes, we need another course. We need Custom Quilting Academy. Custom Quilting Academy is going to tie all of these strands together, and it's going to help you connect the dots from the type of quilting plan that you want to make to the free motion quilting that you're learning to the ruler quilting designs, right? But then that was one more thing. And so while we agreed that Custom Quilting Academy was going to be an awesome add-on to our library of courses for y'all, it still wasn't easier for you to decide where to begin. And so Quilting Rockstar University was born. Quilting Rockstar University is your all-access pass to string and story education. It includes Free Motion Quilting Academy. It includes Ruler Quilting Academy. It includes the brand new Custom Quilting Academy. It includes the Walking Foot Academy that we have planned for later this year. It includes the quarterly Custom Quilting Masterclasses. It includes the monthly Sip and Sews. It includes the weekly live Q&As. It is a one-stop shop for you to join us in this membership and be able to have everything that you need in order to decide how to quilt your quilts, and then learn the motifs you want to stitch, and then make it happen. And I'm so excited. Over 150 rock stars have already jumped in to Quilting Rockstar University, and it is going to be our best community yet. So I'm here today. I've given you the brief summary. I wanted to go live because if you are here and you have questions about how it works, I want to answer them. I want to just talk about how excited I am about it and how excited I am to spend time with y'all. Some of y'all who are on here, including Rebecca and others, have already jumped in, and you've seen the first glimpses behind the scenes where we're building out the membership connection points. It's going to be Amazing. Now, some of the common questions that I've gotten. If I've purchased a course in the past, do I still have lifetime access? Yes. Does joining the membership give me lifetime access? Being a member of Quilting Rockstar University means you are guaranteed access to all of our courses for as long as you are an active member, okay? And it means that as we continue to add, you're going to continue to get more courses. I have done this math every which way from sideways, right? Because one of the things that was really important to me with this, because we live in yet another set of unprecedented times, was how can we make this education more affordable and more accessible? So we did the math every which way from Thursday to make sure that you can be a member for years and years and years, and the math comes out in your favor, even if you've purchased courses from us before, right? We've put together a special path for y'all so that some of you, I know you've been curious about quilting your own quilts. Maybe you've been curious about learning how to free motion quilt or ruler quilt. But the idea of just learning one technique and going start to finish through the course didn't spark joy for you. You're like, I have this one specific quilt and some specific ideas about how I want to quilt it. How do I quilt this quilt? And that's where this new Custom Quilting Academy piece is going to come in. And I'm going to guide you step by step that if you want to go straight through Free Motion Quilting Academy or Ruler Quilting Academy and build one set of skills from the beginning to the end, you totally can. And we continue to have support for that. But if you want an alternate path, if you want to go by project and you say, I want to quilt this quilt, right? One of the things we're going to be doing together is going project by project. How do you start with a quilt top and finish with a finished quilt? How do we make the decisions in the middle? How do we make those those quilting stitches happen, right? I see that Diana is here. I see Elements by Kate. I see Pam. I see the Quilty Penguin. I love that handle. That is absolutely delightful. I saw Helen a second ago, and then the other Helen. It's so good to see y'all. Hello, Tisha in England. I wish I was still in England. I always wish that I was in England. So Rockstars, here's the deal. Enrollment for, enrollment for Quilting Rockstar University is open right now. It is open until next Saturday. Is that the 25th, 24th? You would think I would have that date seared into my eyeballs. The one seared into my eyeballs was today, August 15th. But it is open until next Saturday for enrollment. Then we're going to be doing our onboarding and everything together so you get all situated and comfy inside of the community. I would love to have you join. Those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube, I'm posting a link in the chat. For those of you that are on Instagram with me, jump over to my bio. There is a link there. But now, who has questions? Is there anything I can answer for you about deciding if Quilting Rockstar University is the right fit for you? By the way, Quilting Rockstar University, QRU, we have decided is pronounced crew, which I just feel like sounds so fun. I just think that sounds like squad goals, and that's exactly what we're trying to create. To give you a little overview of how we're going to get started, when you join crew, right from the jump, you'll have access to the crew portal in Kajabi, to the courses that are already up. We are still building Custom Quilting Academy. So you'll see those videos start to appear over the next couple of weeks. And then not next week, because next week's still signups, but the week after that will be orientation, where we make sure you know how to find everything, you understand what is in which course, etc. And then we're going to head into, for September, we're going to pick a project and quilt it together. So I'm going to take you step by step using the lessons in Custom Quilting Academy through deciding what kind of quilting plan to make for your project, how to make that quilting plan and how to draw it out, how to then use the resources inside of FMQA and RQA and Longarm Prep if you're on a long arm to actually learn how to stitch those stitches. And then we'll have our serious masterclass. So those of you who just participated in the serious quilt along with me, you have a serious flimsy, I have a serious flimsy, and I've drawn a really funky quilting plan for mine, and I'm going to quilt that live on camera inside of Crew and talk you through my process so that you can see how I start with a flimsy and end up with a quilt, and I can guide you through that same process at the same time. So all of this, by the way, if you've been doing any math in your head, when we had all of these courses a la carte, if you were to add all this up, this is a couple $1,000s worth of education that we have packaged into this accessible membership for just $37 a month. You have access to all of the content for as long as you are a member. We have quarterly, monthly, and weekly live events. So we've got those quarterly live masterclasses, monthly sit and sews where we actually get on Zoom so we can see each other. And then those weekly Q&As where if you're stuck on something, you're trying to learn, you've got some issues, maybe with tension that you want to ask questions, you can ask those questions and I will answer them on a video like this. All of those lives are recorded and then they go into our vault. So if you're in a different time zone than me, like Rebecca's in Ireland, sometimes we have videos that are in the evening, my time. So it's the middle of the night for her, but she can get up the next morning and she can catch those replays. Okay. Let me answer. Oh, these are great questions. One of y'all said, I hear you're going to be at Road to California. I will be at Road to California. I'm very excited to be there. And I hope that I'll see some of you there. Let's see. Legos Silver says, so we have to join Quilting Rockstar University in order to access FMQA and RQA. Yes. From this point forward, the way that you take Free Motion Quilting Academy or you take Ruler Quilting Academy or you take Custom Quilting Academy is by joining Quilting Rockstar University. So we put all of the courses inside the membership. Absolutely. That's a great question. And that's a really important one. So you get to access those courses for just $37 a month. Such a great deal. Great questions. Hello, Margot. Good morning. And Margot, I know I have an email from you and I have not forgotten about you. I got in deep focus yesterday working on the Custom Quilting Academy workbook. Y'all, it's so good. I'm very proud of all the workbooks that I make. I love a good workbook moment. But this Custom Quilting Academy one, it is chef's kiss. Anyway, I got into hyperfocus yesterday, Margot, and then it was like 11 p.m. I have not forgotten about you. I will email you. We will figure it out. And I saw another question up above about an email. Yes, playing catch up on emails today. Fear not. Great questions. What other questions can I answer? I know that there's some of y'all that have already jumped in and we've already been having a good time. We had a lovely little call this week where I was working on quilting some fabric for a duffel bag. It was great. So y'all, here's the deal. Quilting Rockstar University is the new way to access all of our Free Motion Quilting Academy, Ruler Quilting Academy, and Custom Quilting Academy education, as well as our live events. This membership is going to be continually growing. So those are the courses that are available inside right now. As I already teased, we're already thinking about Walking Foot Academy and a few other things down the road. So if you have been keeping your eye on string and story education, you've been debating back and forth about whether or not you should jump in on these courses, it has never been more affordable to give string and story education a go. You can jump in, you can cancel anytime. So if you jump in and you decide it's not for you, I totally understand. My hope is that you will find not only the education and encouragement that you've been seeking, but also an incredible community that makes it more fun than ever to finish your quilts, to try new things, to grow your skills. And I really like to think of finishing our own quilts as the opportunity to have more joy units with the same project. And if you're someone who's been curious about free motion quilting or ruler quilting or walking foot quilting, and you're curious about it, you want to be able to do it, but you're scared, right? That's very normal. Maybe you're scared you're going to ruin your quilt. Maybe you're scared that your machine isn't up to the task. Maybe you're scared you're not creative enough. I'm going to show you a path past that anxiety and into the excitement and joy units, and we're going to do it together, okay? So y'all on Instagram, go click the link in my bio. Those of you who are over on Facebook or YouTube, I dropped the link in the chat and it's in the caption of this video. I would love to see y'all inside of Quilting Rockstar University. It has been a labor of love, and I am so excited for this new adventure and time together. Bye for now.